That's amazing. Thank you. Awesome. Great job, team. Way to fight through that weekend.
Shane Van Gisbergen didn't just win in Mexico City, he destroyed the field by over 16 seconds, delivering NASCAR's most dominant performance in 15 years. In a historic international race, the New Zealand rookie crushed veteran Christopher Bell, exposing a speed gap so wide even Bell had to admit defeat. This wasn't just a race, it was a major shift in the sport's power dynamics. The Autódromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City set the stage for what would become one of the most decisive victories in recent NASCAR memory. Van Gisbergen, the 36-year-old rookie from New Zealand, earned pole position heading into this historic event. Meanwhile, Christopher Bell, the established Joe Gibbs Racing veteran, found himself starting from 31st position after rain disrupted qualifying sessions. Van Gisbergen brings a unique background to NASCAR. This three-time Supercars champion from Australia has already proven his road course mastery with his sensational debut victory on the streets of Chicago 2 years ago. Bell, on the other hand, represents the traditional NASCAR establishment, a seasoned competitor who has consistently performed well on road courses throughout his career. The race began under challenging conditions as rain affected the early stages. These wet conditions actually provided Bell with an opportunity to climb from his poor starting position. His Joe Gibbs Racing team made strategic decisions with tire changes, switching to rain tires that allowed Bell to pass multiple cars and gain valuable track position. The team's tactical pit stop before the first stage ended proved crucial in Bell's eventual climb to the front of the field. Bell's strategic execution was impressive. By the second stage, he had worked his way up to second place behind Van Gisbergen, demonstrating that his Toyota had the pace to compete at the front. The 31st place starter even managed to briefly take the lead during the race, showing that his car possessed the speed necessary to challenge for victory. However, the turning point came when track conditions began to dry out. As the racing surface lost its moisture, Van Gisbergen's true speed advantage became apparent. Bell later admitted with remarkable honesty, "When the race dried out, it was just a matter of comparing yourself to the guys up front. I got the lead at one point, and Shane was clearly faster than me and drove back by." Van Gisbergen's dominance was methodical and relentless. He led 60 out of 100 laps on the 15-turn, 2.4-mile circuit, consistently pulling away from the field whenever he had clear track ahead. The final restart on lap 69 sealed Bell's fate as Van Gisbergen drove away from the field at a rate of up to 1 second per lap. The New Zealander's command of the technical Mexican circuit was absolute, leaving Bell and the rest of the field to battle for distant second place. Bell's reaction to his defeat was both professional and insightful. "Yeah, close, but not good enough," he said, acknowledging that Van Gisbergen had simply been the superior driver on the day. Bell admitted he wasn't good enough to beat Van Gisbergen and expressed disappointment with his own performance despite the second-place finish. The Joe Gibbs Racing driver did find positives in his race performance. His team's strategic pit stop before the caution on lap 65 helped secure his second-place finish. Bell recognized that his car was likely only capable of third place on pure pace, making second place a significant achievement. "I feel like we're really making strides," Bell reflected, planning to study Van Gisbergen's driving techniques to improve his own performance on road courses. Bell's road course statistics support his confidence in this area. He maintains a 1.5 average finish in the first 2 road races of the season, and his Joe Gibbs Racing team consistently provides him with competitive cars on these technical circuits. His plan to analyze Van Gisbergen's driving style demonstrates the professional approach that has made him successful throughout his NASCAR career. Van Gisbergen's response to his dominant victory revealed the complexity of his NASCAR journey. Despite crushing the field by over 16 seconds, he admitted, "I need to keep getting better to justify being a Cup Series driver. I need to be performing on the ovals too." This humble acknowledgement highlights the unique challenge facing the international driver. The paradox of Van Gisbergen's NASCAR career is striking. On road courses, he maintains a perfect record with 2 wins and 1 podium finish. His victory at Chicago, his triumph in Mexico City, and his podium at Watkins Glen last year all came on road courses. However, his oval track performance tells a different story. Van Gisbergen has yet to achieve a top 10 finish on an oval track during his Cup Series career, with his best oval result being 14th place. Currently sitting 30th in the championship standings with just 242 points, Van Gisbergen's oval struggles have been a major limiting factor in his overall season performance. My average oval running position has gone from 85th to 10th to 20th or 10th to 15th on a good day, he explained, acknowledging the progress while recognizing the work still required. The playoff implications of Van Gisbergen's victory extend beyond personal achievement. His win virtually guarantees him a playoff berth, jumping from 33rd to 30th in the points standings. This success puts Trackhouse Racing in an elite position with 2 cars in the playoffs, matching heavyweight teams like Joe Gibbs Racing, Team Penske, and Hendrick Motorsports. Van Gisbergen joins exclusive company with his victory. In the 77-year history of the Cup Series, only 206 drivers have ever won a single race. This was Van Gisbergen's 30th Cup Series start. And statistically, more drivers have made as many starts as him without winning than those who have won after the same number of attempts. Van Gisbergen's presence in NASCAR represents the value of international talent in American motorsport. His background differs significantly from traditional NASCAR drivers, having won 81 races and 3 championships in Australia's Supercars Championship. The tube-style chassis used in Supercars closely resembles current Cup Series cars, providing Van Gisbergen with relevant experience that translates to road course success. Previous international drivers like Marcos Ambrose achieved success in NASCAR, but Van Gisbergen's arrival coincides with the current win and you're in playoff format. This system rewards race winners with playoff berths regardless of their overall points position, creating opportunities for drivers like Van Gisbergen who excel at specific track types. The Mexico City weekend also featured drama involving Carson Hochevar, who had made controversial comments about Mexico City on a Twitch stream before the race. After experiencing the passionate Mexican fans and the quality of the facility firsthand, Hochevar issued a public apology. "I am embarrassed by my comments by the race I ran, and I may have to move here to hide out from Ricky anyway." The reference to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. stemmed from a post-race altercation where Stenhouse reportedly warned Hochevar he'd beat his ass back in the States. Hochevar's reflection demonstrated maturity. "Count this as another lesson for me in a season I've learned so much. Don't believe everything you hear without seeing it yourself." His experience serves as a reminder about the importance of first-hand experience over preconceived notions. Van Gisbergen's 16th point, 5.672 win in Mexico City will be remembered as one of NASCAR's most dominant performances. His playoff berth is now secure, but the real test lies ahead on the oval tracks, where he's still proving himself. Meanwhile, Bell's classy response and determination to learn from this defeat shows why he remains one of NASCAR's elite competitors. What do you think about Van Gisbergen's chances of making a deep playoff run? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more NASCAR analysis and race breakdowns.